Moving target indicator data is essentially any moving entity that can be identified by radar and then displayed on screen as dots. Sometimes you may even hear MTI referred to as simply dots. These dots represent vehicles, submarines, tanks, trains, ships, barges, boats, jets, jetpacks, missiles, helicopters, airships, balloons, like I said, just about anything that moves. But you may be wondering, okay then, if there are so many entities out there moving all around the world at any given moment, then how do we tell them apart? The answer to your imaginary question is simple. The dots are categorized as different types of MTI. To name only a very few, for example, there's GMTI for ground, SMTI for surface, and MMTI for maritime. For a more complete breakdown of the several dot types, check out the MTI dictionary in the resources section of this CBT. Once you learn how to use MTI and become proficient at interpreting the data, it will provide you with a complete picture of the battlefield. Like Neo learning how to read the green on-screen data in the Matrix. Except MTI is real usable intelligence, and when you look at the MTI data with a skilled mind, you will be able to clear away the claws Witzian, the impenetrable fog of war that has hung over battles for centuries. You also have on your side the eyes of the night, the J-Stars aircraft, so that nothing, not even darkness or adverse weather, will be able to even slightly hinder your keen gaze deep into the battlefield. So if bad guy Snuffy has even the semblance of a brain, he would be smart not to move a muscle. Even though MTI is an extremely powerful tool used for identification and tracking, it's considered queuing intelligence, meaning that it's used to alert another system to probe for additional information. You would very rarely act on MTI alone. Instead, you'll need to fuse MTI with another source of intelligence, such as HUMIT, SIGIT, or IMIT, otherwise known as Human, Signal, or Imagery Intelligence, to name a few. The last bit may start you wondering, what's the point of MTI if it needs to be used with something else? Why can't we just send in a drone with FMV to identify targets and leave MTI out altogether? Well, good point, but the reason is two words: battle space. You see, the battlefield is huge and open-ended and constantly changing. So if you wanted to send out a UAS equipped with a full-motion video pod looking for some target somewhere, you still need to know where to start. And that's where MTI comes in. The J-Stars aircraft is a theater-level asset which can cover way more area than any UAS. The standard con-op would be to track a target with MTI, relay your findings to the battle command, and then send out a UAS directly to the location to acquire a positive identification. After that, it's game over for the bad guy.